Year 2003, that is 23 years ago, I entered the stock market for the very first time. I was a medical rep selling medicine, going to hospitals, going to doctors, going to medical shops. It was a stable job with a stable salary, but I had this dream. I wanted to become a trader and wanted to make money from the stock market. So in 2003, I opened first trading account, put in all my savings which I had saved for years, and I started trading. But within a few months, my all savings were gone and I went back to my 9 to 6 job. 2011, 8 years later, this time I told myself, I know more now. I have studied market, I have strategies, I understand charts, and I am ready. I entered again, put in all my savings, and lost again. Different year, but the same outcome. Then, in year 2019, I quit my corporate job at the age of 42 and I decided to become full-time trader. This time I survived and it has been 7 years now as a full-time trader. Trained more than 20,000 traders across the India. So question is, what changed in 2019? And the answer is, finally I understood one thing, that is, trading is not only about strategy, trading also about how you behave. Problem was never the strategy, problem was what was happening between my ears, that is my mindset. Then I realized something very important, that we, every human being, have two minds, not one, two minds. That is why even though I knew that I should not do trading, I should not do event trading, I should not do impulsive trading, but once market opens, I would continue making the same mistakes. And the reason was that second mind was controlling my action in the live market. And that second mind which was responsible for blowing my account in 2003 and 2011. But in 2019, finally I understood how to rewire and train my mind, and finally I could become a full-time trader and I could survive in the market. In fact, I went so deep into the subject of trading mindset that finally I have written a book on trading mindset, like how our trading mind tricks in the live market and how to fix it. I'll share more about this new book, that is trading mindset book. Before that, let me discuss what is the topic of today's video. This is not going to be a theory video saying that don't do trading, don't do event trading, don't do impulsive trading and all this. So in this video, I'm going to discuss what is the real root cause for emotional trading, why we can't control our emotions in the live market, and finally how to fix it. And stay till the end because this video is going to be one of the very powerful video on how the trading mindset works. Now, before I talk about what all these two minds are, now let me ask you one simple question. You have heard this statistic. They say that 90% of traders, they lose money in trading, right? Now ask yourself why it is 90% of traders, they lose money in trading. Because you know that when you place an order, there are only two things can happen, right? Either once you buy it, price can go up or price can go down, right? Either it can go up or go down. That is 50% chances of either going up or going down. Just like tossing a coin, when you toss a coin, you know that either it can fall head or tail, 50-50 chance. So in trading also, it should be 50% win rate when you take the trade. Then why it is so? 90% traders, they lose money in trading. And the answer is, this is how our brain works. Our human brain is not designed for trading. Our human brains evolved for millions of years for one of the main purpose, that is survival. And that survival works on simple rule, that is, one is seek pleasure and another is avoid pain. These are the two important jobs of human brain. That's why you see that whenever you take the trade goes little bit in your favor, you see that little bit profit, you immediately go and take your profit because your human brain looking for a pleasure. And when you keep your stop loss and market is going towards your stop loss, you remove that stop loss because your brain doesn't want to have that pain, because you know that stop loss is pain. And this mismatch about what actually trading requires and how actually brain works is the reason for what the mistakes most of the traders they do in trading. That means trading requires you to follow risk reward, follow your profit target, but brain wants to feel the pleasure, right? It can't wait until your profit target reach. It goes and books the profit too early. Same time, trading requires you to keep the stop loss and take your stop loss and exit the trade, but brain doesn't want that pain. So brain doesn't allow you to take the stop loss and exit the trade. So this is what the root cause is. That is, our human brain is not made for trading. Our human brain is made for survival. Now let us understand what is the two minds I was talking about. And the first mind is conscious mind. Conscious mind is the logical mind, the mind you can hear. Currently you are watching this YouTube video and your conscious mind is active now. Your conscious mind is hearing what I'm saying. It is trying to understand. It's trying to make connection. And conscious mind is a good trader. For example, when you analyze the charts, when you decide where you have to keep stop loss, where you have to keep target, which candlestick you have to enter, everything, where you do all analysis, when you take the trade, your conscious mind is active. But there is a problem. And the problem is conscious mind works only 5% of the time. And the second mind is subconscious mind. Subconscious mind known as illogical mind. This mind cannot hear you directly. It doesn't think based on logic. It thinks based on your feeling, emotions, patterns and memories. And it runs 24 hours into 7 days a week, all 365 days in a year. It works even when you are sleeping. And that subconscious mind have two primary jobs, which I said earlier, that is avoid pain and seek pleasure. And here what research says that 95% of your day-to-day activity decisions are taken by subconscious mind. Not 30%, not 50%, 95%. Only 5% of your decisions are coming from conscious, logical mind. 95% coming from illogical, subconscious mind. Now you know that why you keep breaking your trading rules, why you keep taking revengeful trades, why you keep doing over trading, impulsive trading. Because subconscious mind is so powerful that it overrides conscious mind, because subconscious mind silently working 95% of the time. Now let me make this conscious mind and subconscious mind with some simple examples so that all of you can correlate. For example, take some familiar route. Maybe your home to office, office to home to office, office to home. You know that you must have taken that familiar route maybe hundreds and thousands of times, because you have been driving that same route so many times you don't even have the memory of your real journey, but still you have stopped at the red signal, you have changed the lines at the right time, you have avoided other vehicles, you have navigated the turns exactly without even having the Google Maps, and you reach your destination. But while driving, you know that you were thinking something else. Maybe you are thinking about meeting, you are thinking about tomorrow's meeting, maybe you worried about something else, but still you are driving properly. If you are thinking about something else, your conscious mind was somewhere else thinking about other things, then who was driving the car? And the answer is subconscious mind. Because you have taken that route so many times, that route has been saved in subconscious mind. So it runs on a autopilot mode. Now apply the same logic in trading. Every time you take a revengeful trades, that pattern is saved in your subconscious mind. Every time you exited profit too early, that pattern is saved in your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind simply stores what it is repeated and it repeats what it is stored. So that is why your revengeful trading, over trading keeps repeating, because it is already saved in your subconscious mind. That is why in year 2003, 2011, I did not know about all this conscious, subconscious mind and all this. Before the market opens, I would think that I should not do revengeful trading. I should follow my rules. But once market opens, my logical mind go out of the window and subconscious mind would take over, and I would continue doing all these mistakes. And I am sure many of you can correlate to it, because you also must be facing same problem, that despite knowing that you should not do revenge trading, you should follow your trading rules, but once market opens, again you continue doing the same mistake. Now everything whatever I discussed in theory, now see same thing on the chart about seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. Okay, now let me give you an example about how conscious and subconscious mind works in the live market. You can see that this is the Bank Nifty chart. Bank Nifty is making a consolidation near the first candle low. It's not going down. So your conscious mind is saying that it looks like it is going to make a bounce on the upside, because it is not breaking the low here, this candle low. It is likely to make a big reversal on the upside. It's a bullish sign. And you are waiting for a bullish candle, and you think that once you see any good bullish candle, you will enter here. and suddenly you see that there is a bullish candle here in 12:25 p.m. candle, and you will go and take a long trade here, and you expect price to go back to at least previous day close somewhere here. That is your target. Okay, as of now your conscious mind is working, because conscious mind is doing all the analysis. It is saying that it is taking a support near the first candle low, it did not break, that means it is a bullish sign, it is a long trade. So your conscious mind is working, and now conscious mind is saying that now you go and take a long trade, because now there is a good bullish candle, and assume that you entered a long trade. Okay, as of now your conscious mind is active, and after that price slowly started going up, and already in some profit. But what happens once this red candle you see, suddenly your subconscious mind wakes up. It starts telling you that take your profit, because this red candle may reverse and your all profit may go down. So your subconscious mind is asking you to book your profit, and as I said, it seeks pleasure. So what you do is, once you see this small red candle, you go and book your profit, and then what happens after that? You can see that market left you and started going up, and at the end of 3:30 it made a huge move, right? So you entered here and you took your profit somewhere here, and you were happy with a small profit. But after that it went all the way till here, even though you have done the right analysis that it's a bullish sign, it is best trade to go long because day slow is not breaking. So that means your conscious mind was active until you take the trade. Once you see price started going in your direction, small profit on the screen, subconscious mind forces you to take the profit, and you miss out this much moves, right? And next one, I said another job of subconscious mind is to avoid pain, right? Let me show you that example also. So you can see that price is taking support near the CPR and making a bullish candle. As of now your conscious mind is working, because your conscious mind is saying it is taking support near the CPR, chances of price going up is higher. Take a long trade, keep your stop loss, so your risk is only this much. If your stop loss hits, only small amount you will lose, and that is what conscious mind is working. Now what happens, let us see. And you can see that after that price, instead of started going up, it started coming near your stop loss, which is below the CPR. Now subconscious mind comes into the play. Now suddenly subconscious mind takes over, and it asks you to remove the stop loss, because subconscious mind doesn't want pain. So that is why you remove the stop loss immediately, hoping that market will reverse. And you can see that after that it doesn't go up, rather it starts going down. Still you don't take your stop loss, because you know that if you take your stop loss, it's a pain, and you are holding on to your losing trade, hoping that it will bounce. But it doesn't bounce, and it starts going down, and you can see that at the end of around 3:30 p.m. it closed at almost low of the day. And if you followed your conscious mind, maybe you would have taken your stop loss on this candle once initial stop loss hit. But since you have not taken your stop loss, finally you had to close your trade around 3:30 p.m. here, and you would have ended with a huge loss. Now you know that how conscious mind and subconscious mind works. So when you're taking the trade, when you're doing the analysis, your conscious mind is active. But when you take the trade, after that, subconscious mind comes into the play. And that is what the key is. Key is how you will train your subconscious mind so that you will follow your rules. So that means more than looking for new strategy, new system, new methods of trading, first you have to fix your trading mindset, because successful trading is only 30% is skill and 70% is mindset on how you control your emotion during the live market. And after demonstrating all this, how subconscious mind is so powerful, how it is responsible for your all the trading mistake, there is one good news. And the good news is subconscious mind is not fixed. It is not permanent. It can be reprogrammed, it can be rewired, it can be retrained. Not by knowledge, not by willpower, but by repetition, by conditioning, by training your subconscious mind again and again and again. And remember, your subconscious mind is not your enemy. It just repeat what has been saved in your subconscious mind. If your subconscious mind can learn the wrong pattern, it can learn the right pattern. Just for example, driving a car, making a tea in the morning, going for a morning walk. Once upon a time, it was a effortful, conscious decision. But over the time, you know that it is running on autopilot mode because now subconscious mind is taking over. Trading discipline also works in the same way. Every time you honor your stop loss, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. Every time you walk away from your system, one stop loss hits instead of revenge trading, then you are reprogram your subconscious mind. Next time when you leave the trade because it doesn't falls under your risk reward criteria, then you are reprogram your subconscious mind. So training your subconscious mind is slow. It doesn't happen overnight. It needs hundreds of repetition, but it works. And that is what I did in year 2019. I started training my subconscious mind step by step method, and that is what the difference in 2019 compared to 2003 and 2011. Because trading is not only about strategy, trading also about how you behave. And this entire journey from the root cause of trading mistake we do in live market, how to actually reprogram and rewire your mind, motivated me to write this book on trading mindset. And this is not just a small theory book, it's a 445 pages book on practical guide where I have broken everything step by step, like how the mind works in the live market, how fear, greed, and emotions actually control your decisions, and most importantly, how to fix it. And also in this book, I discuss my real techniques, like what are the techniques I followed to stop revenge trading and trade with discipline. If you have been in the market for many years, you know how to analyze chart, how to read price action, you have strategies, but you know that something is stopping you. You are not able to stay disciplined in the live market. Then problem is not your strategy. Problem is whatever I discussed till now. That is your subconscious mind is running the show. That is why I written this book on how to fix that. So in this part 1 video, I mainly discussed about what is the main root cause for the mistakes you do it. Because you keep watching the video on don't do revenge trading, don't do emotional trading, don't do old trading and all this, but you know that in real market is different, right? Saying is different, following is different, and you know that why you are not able to follow it in the live market, and that is what I discussed in this video. And maybe in future I'll make part 2 of this video. In that video I'll discuss couple of my techniques which I followed to trade with the discipline. So that's all from my side. Let me know in the comment section what is that one habit you struggle most in trading. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye and trade safe.